Hello, welcome to my Sunday Frown. Today I have a journal entry to do. And so, as we all know, California saw a storm blow in that caused tornadic threat and devastating floods. Now they say it was centered around LA, but actually it doesn't matter anymore because this moisture was included in the formation of a now threat that's sat in Tornado Alley. So as the storm blew in locally, Cincinnati, Ohio, the rain was kind of sparse and wind gusts prevalent, setting off sirens. So growing concern for stagnant weather conditions as we expect this to continue through the weekend. Now, the storm will also move to East Coast. And deliver similar results, especially Sunday. So most states have weather on radar, but this new system just blew in once again through the West Coast. So there was moisture created from the last storm in California. That one caused like high wind and floods, and everybody was seeing the moisture going, through the Midwest. But as it started its way all this moisture in circulation in the tornado alley caused a devastating storm system. The devastating storm system easily caused power outage, flooding, tornadoes that leveled communities across America, and is responsible for almost 20 deaths and thousands of injuries. So like I said, it caused a lot of damage. I don't know how much, and it's still not finished yet. This storm, along with the extra moisture, lingers into the beginning of the week. So be sure to bunker down and be ready to bunker down. If it hits your area, make sure you're prepared. Once again, I'll tell you guys again. Be ready. Be prepared. And stay safe. So, in the Philippines, reported arrest of former leader Duterte. He led a war on drugs, cracking down in a mass how do you call it? In a mass effort to clean up the streets. Now, this was before Bucol, but I have no doubt he set a precedence for all whom have and hold and carry the burden of drugs infiltrating not just residential, but our streets as well. He came down hard with gavel in hand, implementing promising law to overcome oppression, his severe penalization came with critics rearing their ugly, nasty heads out of the opposition party's ass. This arrest has been a long, how do you say it? Like, it's been a long litigation process, and yet again, good guys never win. Not the message a bipartisan ship should send to its constituents. In a critical I'd say state. So Duterte was arrested on crimes against humanity because he cracked down on the drug war. Like, he cracked down on the drug lords in the Philippines and surrounding islands, and he was so how do you say, like, dedicated. He was so dedicated to it. Like, everything was going as planned. But when the opposition wanted to show up and have power, they were met with, obviously, because they're kind of disgusting people. They want people to be oppressed and be fear-mongered and be, concerned for their safety and lives so they can hold power over them. That's how they want it. They want all this stuff to go on and spill over into our neighborhoods and communities. So we can be too scared to voice our own opinion. But Duterte, he was there for the people. He spoke up for the people. Not only that, but once he came into power, he went to bat right away and put all these people to jail. And he would come in. He was worse than Bukele because he came in, like I said, bat in hand. He showed up literally making sure, that these neighborhoods were cleaned up, much like Bukele did, but, in a more raw way, because Bukele made kind of like he made it more smoother to where there was a lot of protocol involved, including a building that was erected dedicated for the fight on war on drugs. So Duterte, used what was available and immediately took action. He, like a lot of times you saw him boots on the ground because he was the leader. He was the, head in chief, and he was going down with the ship. And if you saw people, the press and stuff were flying in helicopters, and you'd see him there. It wasn't just talk. He was literally fighting. He was in combat. He was literally down bad in the streets, cleaning them up. Mano a mano, okay? He didn't care if it was a pedophile, if it was just a dime dealer, slanging a dime on the street corner. He didn't care. He didn't care what these people had. What they came from opposition and wanted, transgender sheep or whatever. He didn't care where they came from. He wanted them out of residential areas and to stop having power. And he wanted them, all this opposition crap. He wanted all this stuff removed from state. And so all these people criticized him. And they went to international and tried getting rallying around the fact that he needed to be held responsible, because he cracked down on them so bad that when he did go to combat with them, they, with their high-powered, high-tech militia, I'm talking about they had every type of rocket, they had every type of ammunition and every type of high-powered rifle, assault rifles, those drug lords used against the army. And he wasn't scared. He was not scared. They went to battle. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. If he's guilty for something, yes, he went to battle for his people, for his country. For the body of the people, the government is, obligated to protect. He did that. And they went and arrested him because they called it crimes against humanity. And but they did the same thing to Bukele. Even though Bukele wasn't alone, like this stuff Bukele did, El Salvador had been working on for a while, for a long while. So, and this stuff was not, it was not sanctioned, like nobody funded this. It was just a matter of, cutting time, because the longer you let people destroy neighborhoods and civilian life, the more power they will get, the more street cred they will get, the bigger the ego you're gonna have to fight. You're gonna have to kill, the dragon at the head, and it gets a little bit more difficult because it gets a little bit more intricate. The way these type of crime mobs connect. And he went right away to work, but now we don't know what's to happen and to become of this. So, Justin Trudeau was replaced by a liberal. So this man, I forget his name. I don't even know. I don't even know what it starts with, honey. But he's a liberal. He worked in banking. Most of his life. Even for Canada. So he was like the Minister of Bank. And he is now in power. So they went from Justin Trudeau, I don't know, that guy was kind of off the wall a little bit. So they went from that to an actual whole liberal. So if Wishy washi wasn't their cup of tea, now comes opposition party knocking down doors as they now hold claim to Canada's reigns. As they fight for more global power. So they've been trying really hard to get somewhere in the world and to be really, 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 you know, really not visible, but, you know, big. They want everything, and especially to continue, you know, this terrorizing of civilians, you know, of civilian lives across every single country, every single land. I'd say, you know, anywhere they can, and anywhere they can, you know, park it, they're gonna sit there and, you know, leech off whatever body of people they can find and they have access to. So I think they will continue to access, use, abuse, and weaponize the people wherever they can and are allowed to hold office, authority, and power, period. So, I mean, you can look at this guy and he sounds like a regular guy. Oh, wow, he started in finance and then he went up to the government level and then, you know, he became a father and was married. I mean, standout guy, right? No. If you check his political affiliation, it will tell you that he made it up just so that way he can continue these liberal, you know, opposition, you know, claims to power. You know, it's all for personal agenda. It's a loss for community build. So, those are my thoughts for today. I think I went over it all. So, let me see if I remember anything else. Yeah, I think that's it. So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. My Sunday front. Bye-bye.